are you all? Hope you're all well. I've dug out another one of my systems again that I haven't played for a long time, and I really should. I have the Spectrum hooked up, sometimes the VIC-20. I've always got the Amiga hooked up here, but some just get neglected. I buy new games for them, and I haven't hooked them up and turned them on to try these new games, which is definitely something I'm going to have to do more in the future, because I'm buying homebrew games, and I really enjoy the homebrew games, but I'm never getting around to actually playing them. It's kind of why I'm doing like odd reviews of games as I go and as I play them, ones I enjoy, stuff like that. But yeah, system we're talking about today is the Amstrad CPC, and this is the CPC 6128. I got this one. I bought it really cheap actually. Somebody had it and they said it's broken, doesn't work, spares and repairs, and I think I paid him 15 quid plus post. And it turned out it was his monitor that was faulty, not the Amstrad. And as you can notice down here as well, I'm not going to move this because I did that earlier and it just switched itself off. It's actually got a Gotek installed in it, and that was installed from the person who I sold it to. Granted, it didn't look as nice as this. I have 3D printed a front plate for it, so it does really look quite nice. It's really easy to use. All the games are loaded on that. I think you can have 15 games at a time on the SD card, memory stick, whatever, Gotek. But yeah, it's really self-explanatory. I mean, I dug this one out of storage, and because sometimes I get like different computers and micros, and that takes me forever to remember the commands. And this one, 5 minutes, I was up and running again. So yeah, that's that one. But I've also got some more Amstrad stuff, so I'll obviously go through them and just show them off, see what I got. First one, because I actually don't have a 464. I did have one, but they take up so much room. They're massive. When I say massive, and I'm about to show this one, it's just as bloody big, but it's not as long. And this is the Amstrad 464 Plus, and I really do like the look of this model. Can't actually remember where I got this one from, but I know that I haven't actually retrobotted it, cleaned it, or anything. It sort of ended up in my collection. I hook it up occasionally, play some games, and I really enjoy it. Little tip, if you are ever getting one of these, whether it's the 464 Plus or the 6128 Plus, make sure you get a cartridge in it of burning rubber. And not just any burning rubber. You know, I'm going to scoot over here. I realised I was doing this last video and I'm constantly leaning out of camera. But hey, doesn't matter. My video. Yeah. You see how that's got like a yellow top in it, and this one has got a red top on it. They're both burning rubber. This one has basic built in, and without basic built in, you cannot do anything with this. You can't load cassette games. You can't load well, you could probably load cartridge games if you had separate cartridge games. But to load tape games and do basic, you need this cartridge. So just make sure you got one of them. As far as the system itself goes, yeah, it's really nice design, isn't it? Really, well, I think so. Anyway, the cassette ports up on the top here. The 6128 Plus also has a disc drive in the side. It takes away that. It's exactly the same as this one, just the upgraded model. Pretty much do exactly the same. Just trying to make it look. I think it's trying to make it look more like an Amiga. And what else do I have? I have my favourite console, because this is the first console I had that I ever had that had cartridges. We only had 3 cartridges for it, 2 of them that I've got here, and I kick myself that I did actually find the 3rd cartridge and I sold it. And there's something else I sold as well, which I'll talk about in a minute, that I also absolutely, every time I think about it, I'm like, an idiot. Right, but yeah, this is the GX4000, and talk about how nice that one looks. I think this looks stunning, I really do. My history with the GX4000 is we got it for Christmas from Hooties. I've discussed this in the past. And yeah, it was cheap. Hooties was a place, if you're from the Midlands area, that everything just went. There was like end of line, stupidly cheap. So it wouldn't have been a lot of money. My mom played Burning Rubber to death on this. until the day a little bit of smoke came out the top and it was game over. Thanks again, Alan Sugar, for the dodgy PSUs. So, you're not going to get an in-depth look in this. You never do with me. It's just my thoughts, my memories. It's my show, so what the hell. Right, games-wise. Some manky copies here. I have Barbarian 2. And when I say manky, I mean really manky. And it's been trodden on. I found this in the shed. Oh, I'm glad that's there. Because, do you know when people complain about games and CEX having like rough manuals? This one's a rough manual. I do not even think that Tutti could do anything to save this manual. Right, yeah, it's Barbarian 2. And again, look at that. These, honestly, they were shoved in the shed. Once this thing, the system died, we just had no other way of playing it, so they literally went into storage. But look at this manual. I wonder if I can actually still open it. Kind of. Look at the rust. Should really just discard it. There's mold on it. Don't want it contaminating anything else, do I? But I said this has just been in a storage in a box on its own with the other stuff, that's already manky. And appeared in my first video, appeared in many other videos. My original copy of Burning Rubber. So many memories playing this. It's not a good game. Just been playing it 5 minutes then. You press left or right, it takes 2 or 3 seconds for it to register that you press left or right. And in a racing game, hey. Oh, and talk about the Burning Rubber, that was a packing game. And someone actually has made me a case for it. So, case and box art. And a manual. So yeah, very happy to have that. It's nice that it's protected. Weird that that's actually the best. It's the only 2 cases I've got. They're very distinct, the GX4000 cases. I have Switchblade as well. Somebody was selling this cheap, and I was just thought it's nice to have an extra cartridge. And I've just realised that the other cartridge I've got is all the way over there. So back in a second, and slide back into shot. Oh, I've noticed as well that because I've changed to where I'm doing videos, just because these are set up and I can play them. I'm on a chair that swivels, so I'm sitting there, I'm talking, and I'm just doing this. It's like one of these times I'll just like spin all the way around. Anyway, back to this. I also have the 32-in-1 Amstrad cartridge, which is great because it has all the games in it. And if you collect for the Amstrad or know anything about the Amstrad cartridges, they're stupidly expensive. You know what I mean? This thing did not sell very well. I've seen copies of Pang Complete go for £200-300. I've seen the light gun games with the guns go for over £400 plus, and that's probably like before pandemic. God knows what it is now. So yeah, this, if you've got an Amstrad, like the GX4000 or whatever, grab one of these. It's just the best way to play them. I'm going to talk about the pad as well. It sort of looks like an NES pad. It's not bad. The only problem I have with it is how sharp the edges are around here, and you know when you've been playing for a while, sliding your thumb around, it sort of like cuts it to pieces. But yeah, not a bad pad at all. It's like NES pad, but it's been rounded off a bit. And what we got, I have 2 homebrew games. I did a review of this one on the Spectrum the other day. Paul Retrobait did this version, which made me do my review, because Sir Abable, or however you say it, is a completely different game. Do I have it close to hand? No, I don't. It's probably all the way down the bottom of that bloody pile. Yeah, right, the very last card. I ain't putting out. I know I drop things on camera, but I'm not going to deliberately do that. But yeah, it's a completely different game to the Spectrum games. For a start, you can jump on the enemy's heads on this one. You can't on that one. You've got to dodge every single one. And we have Galactic Tomb as well, which I'm not going to do a review of this now because I know Paul, again, Retrobate, he's doing a review on this one. But it's a stunning game. I've played it a bit. It's got some good music. It's got, I mean, look at the cartridge, the cassette. I know this has won awards. It sort of feels a bit like Turrican kind of, you know what I mean? There's some screenshots on there. Some good music on this. So yeah, that's some of the systems that I have and some of the homebrews. I have definitely got to get some more. When I looked, I thought I think I've got more than 2 Amstrad homebrew games, but no, only 2. I definitely need to change that because I know there's a few. There's a football game that looks exactly like Sensible Soccer, which I need to give that one a try. So yeah, that's the systems at the moment. I'm going to cut now. Probably be switching backwards and forwards through different systems because I definitely want to show off the GX4000. First of all, I'm going to start off with the CPC 6128, just to show you the menu, seeing how it works, how you load games up, and playing some. Well, I say play some Space Harrier. I haven't bought a bloody joystick for this one. We can have a look at the games anyway. I'm not going to go hunting for a joystick right now. Yeah, so let's go and get on with that, and I'll catch you in a minute. Right. Right, here we are, and we're at the 6128, and I just thought I'd show you a close-up of the actual what's been changed here. And basically, it's had the disk drive's been taken out, a Gotek's been put in with this 3D printed housing that I've done for it. I think it holds like 15 games at a time, but then you just scroll back for the menu, click what games you want, and it just comes up on the screen, which I'll show you now. Right, let's pan up to the actual computer itself. So, what we do is you type in cat, and then it shows. Oh, hang on, I've just realised I've got to change it to 0. Let's do that again. See, and it's brought up that. So now you just type in run, and then you've got the HXC and load. And that'll take us into the menu, which changes all the games and everything else that's on there. It's got loads and loads of games on. I will just quickly scroll through a couple, maybe pick 1 or 2 and load one up before I move on to the what we're doing. GX4000. Yeah, it's a good job somebody tells me what I'm doing. I don't make it up as I go along, honest. That's definitely not how it looks on camera. That's just the actual screen itself. You know, the recording of the screen. Right, you got alphabetical here. So, say if I want to go to S, type it in. And I'm sure, see, you've got all the different games on here. So you just scroll across. If you press H on this as well, it does come up with a menu to teach you how to actually use this. It's really useful. Oh, went past it. Let's go back one. Silkworm, let's do that one. Now, if you see up in there, it says number 7, it's Space Harrier. So now number 7 is Silkworm. Simple as that. I wonder if have we got Stunt Car Racer on here? I can't remember ever playing Stunt Car Racer on this. We will have a quick look. Oh, there it is. Stunt Car Racer. So Stunt Car Racer is going to be number 8. And I'll just do for now. So we've got 7 and 8. That's the 2 games that we've just loaded up. Escape. Do I want to save? Yes. Configuring the file. And back. And all we'll do is switch it off. Back on again. To get to here. And do you know what? Because it was not one I've played before, I'm going to go with number 8. So again, so we go with cats, which should bring up what I've just put on there. Stunt car. Right. So now I need to see, this is where it gets me, because sometimes the initial prompt command is slightly different. So I'll just put run to begin with. Dyslexia, just double checking. Doesn't matter anyway, because it's probably not going to be run. Oh, it is. Hey, and there we have Stunt Car Racer. Can't remember, the Stunt Car Racer have any music? Can't remember ever playing Stunt Car Racer on this. On the Amstrad, anyway. Still loading. Joystick. Oh. User defined keys. Let's do 3. Define keys. Up. We'll just use these ones here. Up, down, left, right. Fire. Don't know, remember the being fire. Guess that's just your boost. Oh, that's one thing I was supposed to talk about as well. Is I remember my cousin having an Amstrad CPC. And this is the bit I was supposed to talk about earlier that absolutely, you know what I mean? One of those moments I wish I could kick myself. But we used to go around to his, and he used to have his Amstrad, and he always used to have a green screen. So it wasn't until probably like 2 or 3 years ago that I ever played an Amstrad with a colour monitor. Blown away. I mean, I'm colourblind, and I'm blown away of how good the colour is on the Amstrad. But I found his Amstrad, but at the time I was getting back into retro collecting, and for some unknown reason, even though I had no interest in it whatsoever, people were collecting Sega and Nintendo. So I thought I'll go and collect Sega and Nintendo as well. And I found his Amstrad and I sold it. His original Amstrad. And that annoys me. It annoys me even more that it was a 664. And if you know your Amstrad, you know that it was like the rarest of the rare Amstrads you can get. And it was my dad's shed. I didn't even test it. I didn't do nothing. I just sold it in a lot of stuff. And I probably bought myself some Sega games which sat on the shelf and I've sold later on. Not only was it his, but it was a bloody rare one. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of the past. I still have a green screen monitor, and I love having a green screen monitor. Right, what we got? 2. Press fire. Single race. Always love and Stunt Car Racer. You can put your own name in. I don't think there is a bad version of Stunt Car Racer. There are definitely ones with worse frame rates, better colour palettes. But no, every single one, including the Spectrum one, is very playable. I've even played one on an what was it? Was it the Acorn Alchemy? Oh, I don't know. Oh, we got sound. I know I can put the sound for the TV, but there's something about actually playing it for its own little speaker that I really like. I'll go till I fall off. And then I'll probably change systems, actually. Do you know what? I've had these in storage for a while. I'm just glad that they... it doesn't sound too bad. Let's go for a boost. I'm still glad that we all still pair up. One thing when you're playing these versions of Stunt Car Racer which don't have the sensor speed like the Amiga or the Amstrad's one, is pay close attention to your actual speed at the bottom there, like how fast you're going. Because you could be like pressing the accelerator and just flying way too high, like that. Not too bad, I got it. Bouncing a bit. No, this is a very, very good port of Stunt Car Racer. Decent colour palette. Doesn't feel too ridiculously slow. I'm about to fall off. I might. Go on. I tend to brake at this bit, otherwise you fly too high. I do always love that little crack along the top. I remember playing it like you got down to just the last little bit left. It was like, oh no, don't bounce too high. You know what I mean? It give you an indication of like a little bit of tension. I was like this bit. Come out of this corner and just floor it. you know what? I'm going to go fly off the edge just for fun. Whee! Let's crash. I always tried as a kid to try and get it to flip. It never did though. So yeah, that's Stunt Car Racer. So we'll switch it off just to show you again how easy it is to use this device. What did I say the other one was? 7. I am going to go through this like I went through the other systems that I had, like the BBC Micro and stuff like that. Just try and find some ridiculous games, you know what I mean? Some silly games. Back. Hope that's right. What was this again? Silkworm? Again, love Silkworm. We've got music. Three. Zero as a start. I don't know what the keys are. Yeah, we are. I'm controlling both of them with the same controls. That's actually quite funny. Yeah, I like that as well. Amiga will always be my favourite. Always. I'll probably say that way too much. But yeah, that is Silkworm, and that's just how easy it is to actually use this GoTech in here. Right, so now I'm going to cut to the GX4000 just so I can show. How am I going to go? No, I was actually going to go to the 464 Plus because I've got homebrew games. Or do you know what? I think I'll do those homebrew games in a different episode because this is going to drag on way too long. I already feel that I've been talking a lot. Right, so let's get the GX4000, finish on one game, and then we'll play some more games another time. Right, here we are, and we have the GX4000, and it is absolutely my favourite just retro console. It really is. I don't have the nostalgia for the, say, Mega Drive or Master System or Nintendo or Super Nintendo. My nostalgia for consoles is this absolutely flop of a system right here. Even the fact that, as I said, my one even blew up. I love this thing, I really do. Right, what we got in it to begin with is the 32-in-1 cartridge. And the 32-in-1 cartridge has got these dip switches here. And you just have to change them for whichever game it is. You switch it off, change the game, switch it back on again. You get your game. I've loaded up Pang because it's a good port of Pang. Hang on, we zoomed right in. But it's a bloody expensive game to get if you're going for an actual cartridge of this. So few of them are actually made. And not just so few of these are actually made, but it was right at the end of the life. Nobody was buying them. These things have been discounted absolutely everywhere. They're on sale for a couple of months at the most. Just a classic example of this just came out way too late. And the games that you were getting on cartridge and paying, what, 30 quid, 25 quid, I don't know, were games you can get as cassette games. So probably not the best. There are a couple of games. There's a Gaza 2 game, which I think there's like 1 or 2 out there. And there's another racing game, and I can never remember what that racing game is, but there are rumoured to be copies of it, but the people won't dump the ROMs. So, you know, you're a bit stuck. Right, anyway, let's get on with this. Pang, it's Pang. It's very playable, it's very colourful. Don't think it warrants the stupidly high price tag, but this is one of the 32 games released for this system. You know, something, weird thing is I'm playing it for the viewfinder again. I should be looking at the camera behind it. The TV behind the camera, I should say. Right, let's do this properly. Yeah, right at the end, it was like it just completely failed. It flopped. It's got about the same amount of games out for it as the Virtual Boy, so that sort of proves to you. Oh, I've got to get past this first bloody level. We stop talking and actually. Nope. Right, I'm not talking. I'm beating this level. Quiet. Telling myself off here. Oh, I'm doing bad. I swear, I can play Pang. Honest. Almost got me then. Hey, you got this now. I say that I'm gonna die. Oh, I forgot I had double. Hey, look at that. First level done. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying now. But yeah, games for this are stupidly expensive. Are they worth the money? No. You know, it's the GX4000 worth picking up now if you have no nostalgia for it. For a curiosity, probably yes. But that's about it. I mean, you've got to be a proper hardcore collector to want to pay the money that these games are going for. That's why these multi-carts are really good for it. Let's actually change the switches again and just see what game we get. Don't know. The worst thing is, this one's an interesting game. I'm glad this one's come up. Really impressive graphics on this. But here's the thing: 32 games for the GX4000. 2 tennis games. 2 of them are tennis games. Now this one I just find a little bit odd. It's a shooter, and you're a wizard, right? So, but then you got to drink the potions, which then lets me shoot. And that's a little girl. I've got to shoot her. Don't know why I've got to shoot her. She's not after me, but you know, just got to shoot her. The enemies just get weird in this. Oh, what potion have I got now? Oh, the frog potion. There's a good one here that literally just makes them melt as well. Did anyone ever play this game? Never heard of this game until I saw this multi-cart. Oh. She just kills them all on screen. Oh, got something else. Oh, it just freezes them. I genuinely don't know what to say about this game. It's like, it's boring, but something about the way you kill all the enemies and they just walk towards you. They don't do nothing. They're not bugging you. From him, I couldn't kill him. Hamburgers for health. And a flying sword. Now I'm stuck. Gotta get another weapon. That's it. Look at them melt. Slightly overpowered here. Oh, it's absolutely. Just kill the kids. I don't know what that does. Must have been a pair or something. But yeah, that's it. You just keep going and killing everyone and getting stupid pair-ups along the way. I actually think that book flying towards me. Oh, there we go. We got to the trees. Is his weapon? He's throwing the Bible at you. Weird. Very weird. Right, turning this off now because I just want to get to the reason why I want to put this one on. And that's my original copy of Burning Rubber. Favourite racing game. Just because of nostalgia, not because it's any good. I used to think for years. I didn't realise, even though it's blatantly obviously right there, that you can change the controls. Because I always used to play this by pressing up on the D-pad. And when I was telling you about the actual D-pad cutting into you, it did on this game. But if you press number 2 on your pad, and then 1, you can change it. Press 1 for... Hang on. Controls, that's it. Get the right one. Gear down, gear up, accelerate, brake, left and right. Now it makes it like a normal game. Very colourful, but frame rate slow. And I'll show you in a minute what I mean about the steering left and right. Right, I'm pressing left now. Look how long it took. Right, I'm pressing right now. Look, I'll even hold the pad next to you so you can hear it. Right now. So first of all, you got to do a qualifying lap. And then you go into a race which loops round and round and round, and it goes from night to day, day to night. Yeah, once you learnt the course and everything else, what to do. The cars are annoying. They'll always get in your way. They'll always just be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and you've got to dodge around them. And with this dodgy steering, it's harder than it looks. But one thing I do like about this, because I'm not going to play this for very long, is if you go and crash, hey, how about that for a crash animation of a vehicle? At least you get to see the front of the car again. So yeah, that's Burning Rubber. It really isn't anything special. You got to listen to that noise of the engine. Let's see if I can crash again before the end. Hey, yeah. Crash over the finish line. So yeah, Amstrads, I've got them hooked up for a little while. I'm going to go through some homebrew games. I'm probably going to buy some more homebrew games. I'm going to go through the library and just see if there's any odd games. So everyone, yeah, I know I have a little bit of a long-winded video, this one, but I've enjoyed it, and I'm going to keep playing some Amstrad. Probably for the next week, until I find the next system to put up. Probably some Atari something, I don't know. Right, guys, hang on, one last crash, go on, why the hell not? Yay! Finish on a high. Still love that. Catch you all guys again next time, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.